Alright mates, how's it going? In today's video, 'tis the final chapter, episode 20 of Lord of the Clans by Christie Golden. So let's go! After spending a few moments stumbling about and falling over a number of times, Blackmoore reached his quarters, and immediately head to his desk. With trembling fingers, he searched frantically for a key to a secret passageway, an escape from the screams and savagery happening outside. Once he found it, he staggered over to a tapestry beside his bed, tore the weaving down, and inserted the key into a lock, and then plunged forward, completely forgetting about the stairs. Thrall's rage and the sudden onslaught by thousands of orcs might have felt like a sobering moment, but Aedelas Blackmoore was still very much inebriated, which was probably the main reason why he fell down the stairs, but also why he barely felt the fall at all. He then started to run through his secret escape tunnels, falling several more times. However, this time it wasn't just because he was pissed. The earth was trembling. No doubt Thrall's newfound superpowers. But, again, Blackmoore picked himself up, coughed violently from the dust in the air, and stumbled further forward, until he turned a corner and saw nothing but a huge pile of rocks. The tunnel had collapsed, and at this point the Lieutenant General fell intentionally to the ground, and started sobbing like a little girl. What the bloody hell was he going to do now? Well, there was only one choice, really. Blackmoore then made his way back, crawling up the stairs and re-entering his quarters, only to find Thrall waiting for him.
I can explain.
No, you can't. There is no explanation. There is only battle, long in coming. A duel to the death. Come for me.
Blackmoore then lunged, a lot faster and more focused than Thrall had expected, but Thrall went ahead and parried the blow.
It's still not too late, Thrall. Join with me. We can work together. Of course I'll free the orcs. You could all fight for me, under my banner.
Shut up. Do you honestly believe I can forget the sight of...
Just the thought of Taretha's severed head caused Thrall to see red again. He'd been holding back up to this point, giving Blackmoore a fighting chance. But sod that, this prick dies now. So, Thrall lunged forward, and just started absolutely pummeling the guy, landing blow after blow on Blackmoore's increasingly broken and shattered face. And then it was over. Blackmoore just lay, gasping, blood pouring out of him. He stared up at Thrall with glazed eyes, and to Thrall's astonishment, he smiled.
You are what I made you. I'm so proud.
And then he sagged, because he was dead.
We've taken Durnhold, my war chief. Human reinforcements are still leagues distant. Most of those who offered resistance are under our control. The females and their young are unharmed, as you asked. Find me Langston.
Hellscream quickly buggered off with those orders, and a short while later returned, with Caramin Langston in tow.
You're in command now, I assume?
Well, Sergeant... Yeah, I am.
I have a task for you then. You and I know what sort of betrayal you and Blackmoore were plotting. I'm offering you a chance to redeem yourself.
Langston stared up at Thrall and nodded.
What would you have me do?
Take a message to your alliance. Tell them what happened here. Tell them that if they choose the path of peace, they will find us ready to engage in trade and cooperation, provided they free the rest of my people and surrender land. Good land, for our use. If they choose the path of war, they will find an enemy the likes of which they've never seen. You've had the good fortune to survive 2 battles with my army, Langston, so I'm sure you'll be able to properly convey the full depths of the threat that we pose.
Langston's face went pale, and he nodded again.
Give him a horse, and provisions. He's to ride unhindered to his betters. I hope for the sake of your people, Langston, that they listen to you. Now go.
Hellscream then grabbed Langston and led him off towards the stables, while Thrall walked off in a different direction. There was one more bloke that he needed to talk to. Sergeant and a small group of men had not quite been subdued yet. They still had their weapons, but they were not actually using them. 'Twas a standoff, where neither side was really doing anything. For a long moment, Sergeant and Thrall regarded one another, and then, quick as a flash, Thrall grabbed Sergeant's earlobe, or rather the earring piercing it. And then, just as swiftly, Thrall released it, leaving the earring in place.
You taught me well, Sergeant.
You were a fine student, Thrall.
Blackmoore is dead. Your people are being led away from the fortress and its provisions are being taken as we speak. You taught me the concept of mercy. At this moment, you should be very glad of that lesson. I intend to level Durnhold in a few moments. If your men surrender, they and their families will be permitted to leave. But those that do not surrender will die here, in the rubble. Without this fortress and its knights, the rest of the encampments will fall. That was always my only goal.
Was it?
Thrall knew that Sergeant was speaking of Blackmoore.
Justice was my goal, and that has and will be served.
Do I have your word that none of my men will come to harm?
You do.
Immediately, Sergeant and his men dropped their weapons, and with that, the Battle of Durnhold Keep was over. A short while later, once everyone, human and orc, was safely away from the fortress, Thrall had called upon the Spirit of Earth, and was now watching as each and every building of the fortress collapsed. 'Twas cathartic. A lot of painful memories from this place. Thrall then thought of Blackmoore. Somewhere, in that pile, was his body.
Until you bury him in your heart, you will not be able to bury him deep enough.
You're wise, Drekthar. Perhaps too wise.
Was it good to kill him?
It needed to be done. He was a poison, not just to me, but so many. Before I killed him, he said that he was proud of me, that I was what he made me. That thought, Drekthar, it appalls me.
Of course, you are what Blackmoore made you.
Thrall turned and stared at Drekthar. You what, mate?
And you are what Taretha made you. And Sergeant. And Hellscream. Doomhammer. And I. You are what each battle made you. And you are what you have made of yourself. The Lord of the Clans. Roll credits.
Drekthar bowed and walked off, and then Hellscream approached.
Our outriders report that the human reinforcements will soon arrive. We should leave. In a moment. I have a duty for you to perform.
Thrall then handed Hellscream a small silver necklace.
Find the humans called Foxton. Tell them I grieve with them.
Hellscream nodded, and he too buggered off. Finally, Thrall took a deep breath, turned his back to the ruins of Durnhold that were his past, and faced towards his future. A sea of green faces. His people, waiting eagerly and expectant.
Today, we have won a great victory. We've leveled this mighty fortress, broken its grasp on the encampments. But we cannot yet rest, not whilst many of our brothers and sisters still languish in prisons. We are a proud race. We are undefeatable. Our cause is just. So let us go, to smash their walls and free our people.
A huge cheer rose up, and Thrall looked around at the thousands of proud, beautiful orcish faces, filled with joy and excitement. No longer sluggish creatures, sitting in their own shit. 'Twas humbling, really. Thrall, son of Duratan, war chief of the Horde, had inspired each and every one of them to these heights. And after a lifetime of searching, Thrall finally knew where his true destiny lay. He had found his purpose. He'd found family. He'd found home.